the urban landscape. A little bit different from my normal landscape locations. So yeah, I always like to try something a little bit different. So I'm back in my hometown of Plymouth this morning. Very early alarm call this morning to get up for this. I'm at a place called The Box, which is in Plymouth. Very interesting building, but it's quite tight in here to get a composition, so I'm going to go for something a bit quirky. So I'm shooting with the 4x5 this morning. Got some black and white FP4 film. I've also brought my 6x17 back, but I'm yet to find a composition for that, so it might just be 4x5 this morning. The sun's just coming up. It's not lit the foreground here, but it's lighting up these square panels up above, which is looking quite nice. I think I'm going to need a polariser to take the glare off the glass. But yeah, let's get the camera on and see what we've got. I'm going to use the 90mm. Need to be quite wide here to get this in, I think. Just checked with my viewfinder app. And like I said, I'm going to have to go for a quirky angle, I think.
Jeez, what, David in the way today, look.
Take a while on this bloody camera. Alright. Oh, certainly quirky. Oh, very tricky to compose this shot. It's nice. The light's looking quite nice on it. Very different from what I normally do. Try this polariser just to see, should take the glare away from the glass because the sun's over to the right hand side, so it'll have its full effect with polarisation. It's getting very busy this morning, all the street cleaners. Yeah, polariser works well. Alright, I'm going to lock everything down now. You can probably tell that this is not my natural environment. I always find it's a bit of a rush. Not that I've got any reason to rush, but I think because there's people sort of wandering up and down, and you have that tendency to kind of rush things. But so I'm going to put my polariser on again, my case polariser, which is magnetic. Because this is at a weird angle, I'm going to get under the dark cloth to adjust it, just to be on the safe side. Right, one last check of the focus. Yes, it's looking good. The main part of this image is that top section of the building, which with all these little squares on it. That's kind of what drew me to this place, and also the just the mix of glass, steel, and this feature at the top. Just an interesting building. So I'm going to be shooting at f32. Make sure my lens is shut. Just do a quick test again. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, let's get some meter readings. Now I'm going to meter off that bright band at the top. I'm not too worried about the windows going into shadow, which is kind of what I want really. So it's very bright at the top, but there are some grey squares which are giving me quite a nice mid reading. So it's f32 60th of a second. Actually, it's 15th of a second to allow for the polariser. Ready for the first shot. There's nobody around at the moment, so now's a good time. Sun's pretty constant. I'm just shielding that lens just in case. So we're ready to go. Shield the lens just in case, because there's some bright spots beside me here. Excellent. So I'm going to change position now and do something a little bit more abstract, I think. Let me see if this works. Right, found another shot. Something a bit more abstract this time. More about the shapes and the patterns. Again, I'm probably going to shoot this at a quirky angle, but it's quite a nice shot. The only thing is I've got a bright spot there from a reflection in the distance. You can see my tripod's pretty much at full height, plus the quirky angle. Yeah, I prefer this shot to the last one. I have to use a bit of swing on this, I think. Need to zero out the tilt as well. So, f32 again. Just about to see this. Do my meter readings again. Again, I'm metering off these grey, mid-grey blocks at the top. So I'm going to go for 1/4 of a second on this one. Slightly more sort of cropped in. So we're all set up. So I've got a little bit of tilt to get this glass in the foreground in focus, or in the lower part. Got a little bit of swing because the shot's going kind of across the screen, across the frame. Tiny little bit of rise as well, and obviously this weird quirky angle. So yeah, it's quite a tricky one to compose. Okay, I've made the decision to go for a panoramic shot. Again, it's quite quirky and it's a little bit more abstract than I normally do, but it looks pretty cool in panoramic, so I think that's the order of the day. Okay, right. Should be interesting. I've changed my lens over as well to the 135. Ooh, that's better. This is definitely going to be abstract. Right, let's get under the dark cloth and see what we can compose. Okay, so very minimal movements for this. Again, like I said, this is very abstract, but I quite like it. Because I'm in the shade here, it's quite easy to see the screen without using the dark cloth, which is good. So I could definitely use my polariser. Okay, just one final check on the meter reading. It's 15th, 8th of a second. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to go for f32 again, even though I've got full focus there, just to be on the safe side, because it is quite a stretch on this one. Again, my meter reading shouldn't have changed, so slightly brighter. So 30th, 15th, so an eighth of a second to allow for the polariser. Right. Excellent. Got to say that I'm shooting now for Delta 100 on the panoramic. It's a slightly different film, but it's a nice film. So I'm going to slightly change composition again. Basically just do something a little bit different. Another shot, so I'm going to go down to my position that I was in just now. Well, this is even more abstract than the last one, but I'm really liking it. I think it should look pretty good. That's nice. The sky's gone almost black with the polariser on, which is great. So yeah, that's looking nice. So a quarter of a second again on this one. Okay, quick test. Good. Right. Well, that certainly tested my skills this morning, but it was fun. A bit abstract, but yeah, really enjoyed that. Something a little bit different from what I normally do, which is good. Working in this environment is quite challenging, especially when you're used to working in landscapes. It's a little bit more fast-paced and unpredictable, but it's all good fun, and it's good to use this camera in this environment. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these pictures. Like I say, they are slightly different from what I normally do. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Give me a like, give me a share, subscribe, all those things. That'd be really good. All helps the channel, and it helps feed these cameras. So for now, I'm going to leave you, get back home. Hopefully see you on the next one.